Alright. Looks like I'm live. Alright, anyways. Welcome back, folks. We have Derek Shoemaker versus... Let's see if I can butcher this name. Konstantinos, I guess... It says G. Kumis, but I don't know how to actually pronounce the last name. And so Shoemaker is playing Start Crossing. We have Greyjoy Reigns. We have both a setup here. Derek sets up Sansa, Reducer, Northern Armory, and Gates of the Moon. And Greyjoy has Lord's Port Shipwright, Alanis, and an Iron Gate. Unfortunate for Derek that we have Lord's Port Shipwright into Northern Armory. I expect that to be knelt immediately. Alright, so got first plots. Oh, Derek has a duped Wolf King also. It's hard to see, but it is indeed a duplicated Wolf King, not Sansa. So that allows Derek to at least get some more cards out of his setup. Chat with the Go Grease, obviously. So we see, oh, nice. So we see King Plot. This is actually really smart by Derek. He opens King Plot to basically stop Lord's Port Shipwright from kneeling his Northern Armory. He's basically just going to use it immediately, but at least he gets the use out of it. I do like that open, actually. He basically has his At the Gates target anyway in play. Now, opponent, Constantinos could play every captain's a king or King Balon, which he does indeed have King Balon. So really unfortunate for Derek that Constantinos had Balon in his opener. Not unreasonable, but just unfortunate. We're gonna see. Lord's Port Shipwright should kneel the Northern Armory. We see Hagen's Daughter, an Orkmont Reaver. Interesting that he's playing these cards out of Reigns. Has some interesting character selections where the list that Nico popularized had a lot of initiative, a lot of plus initiative cards. But it doesn't look like this is going for the go first route as much as Nico's list was. We have like Fishmonger Square, no raiding longships. Oh, he's playing. That's because he's playing Core Euron, so a lot less on ships. Yeah, a lot fewer ships. Let's see. So we have Catelyn, we have Arya. We did see the Northern Armory get knelt by the Lordsport shipwright, and we have an Old Gate by Derek, and we have Rickon. Okay. So next turn, I expect Derek to flip Heir to the Iron Throne to get out of big. Constantina starts with a military challenge. Doesn't send. Oh, can't send King Bale. Oh, he can, but King Balon actually kneels because his opponent has a king. I guess a queen in this instance. So Derek doesn't defend, and we're gonna see pillage plus claim. Uses late summer feast to draw a card. That's strong. Feeding cards into the start crossing list is very dangerous. Discards. I am no one off the top of the deck. Here comes the Intrigue Challenge out of Alanis. Not threatening. Oh, it is threatening a range trigger actually, because of Balon and Kneeling Iron Gate. So it doesn't defend. Does he maybe? I trust Derek enough to know about this. That King Balon has text, but definitely interesting that he chooses not to block. So we see late summer feast trigger, and then we see the rains trigger to cover it up. Discards last Heart Scouts at random after he uses Filthy Accusations to kneel Arya. And here comes a power challenge. So by kneeling Arya, he denies the Constantinos denies the crossing challenge. We see Intrigue claiming on Euron, and we'll see the power challenge probably not initiated because then you tie Dom and then you don't give it your renown trigger. Yep, and that's what we see. So I expect Heir to the Iron Throne to be flipped here by Derek. It feels like Derek just didn't respect the Balon trigger, because if he had just done if he just blocked Intrigue with Sansa, he could then have done Intrigue back with Cat and then done Military with Arya. Or Power. Yeah, Reigns opened last Late Summer's Feast, Sugar Daddy. A little bit slow picking plots here. I feel like 15 minutes for a round is, especially around as straightforward as that one, is a little bit long. Alright, there we go. Oh, interesting. We see Doharis. So we see the reset come out here. You can keep Alanis a 3 and a 2, or you can keep Balon a 3 or Balon and a 2. It's not bad, actually, because I think 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, Derek gets to keep his whole board. Definitely don't dislike that. Both players but draw 3. He does get rid of Balon, so we see Alanis plus a 3 and a 2. Probably the smart decision. Uh, Keeps your cards up with Alanis, and then also you keep more characters. Alanis is also really key for triggering Reigns with 4 intrigue. So we see 6-cost Vic come out. It's interesting that Derek is making the Greyjoy player go first, because Derek has won initiative both turns, but has chosen to make his opponent go first both turns. We see Theon come out. So this is the danger, I guess, of flipping your reset so early. Your opponent now has no fear. So we see the third Sansa. We see double barrel and Scout. And we get double Alisane. Okay, so we're gonna get Alisane plus Alisane here. Sure. Let me scroll down. Okay, there we go. So we enter challenge phase with Derek having 1 gold, potentially representing I am no one. I am no one, really, really strong in the crossing versions of the decks because you get 2 challenges out of 1 character. Or if you have a Tricon, you get all 3. He has 2 copies of Off to Gulltown, 1 more copy of I'm No One because 1 got pillaged, and the other events he has are Passing the Black Gate and Superior Claim, both cost 0. Hey, what's up, Rebs? Here comes Vic with the military. We see a defense for no unopposed, and we're going to get Intimidate. Probably intimidates Cat if I had to pick a character to kneel. Or you kneel Alisane, actually. I don't dislike that either. Hey, thanks for the bits, Trey. Yeah, I think you kneel Alisane or Cat here with Vic. Could kneel Arya, but that seems worse than kneeling Alisane because they accomplish very similar things. Chooses to intimidate Alisane, and we see an entry come out from Alanis. Probably gonna see no defense from Derek. Yep, there's the unopposed. Gains the power. What? We're pausing here. Can't trigger range, so I'm unsure of what we're waiting for. Discards Fast Eddie from Claim. Alright, so here comes the power challenge. So there's Claim. Alright, so here comes Derek's turn. Gonna be able to get his crossing challenge in. Gonna get all his challenges through. Constantinus is really low on cards, actually. Down to 3 cards. Gonna be down to 2 after the Intrigue challenge here. So Derek does Intrigue first. Sends Sansa for strength of 1. So we crack the Iron Gate to fuel up. Maybe he wants to protect some of the cards in his hand. Give his opponent a chance to hit something else. So cracking the Iron Gate here tells me that Constantinus, out of the 3 cards in his hand, he likes those more than 2 random ones. So definitely wants to protect them as much as possible. And we see the drum get discarded at random. That is a 1x. 1x of the drum. Sadly, no copy of Red Rain. Here comes Military, stealthing Hagen's daughter. So we're going to get unopposed and claim. Claims the Fishmonger. Hey, what's up, Ivan? And here comes the Crossing Challenge. Comes in with Catelyn. And so it's a power either way if he defends or doesn't. If he defends, he gives up Dom, and then if he doesn't block, it's unopposed. So it doesn't really matter which he chooses. Oh, he should defend, actually. If he doesn't defend, Derek could play Superior Claim. So defending is actually better than not defending here, even though in the grand scheme of things, you know, cards not being played aside, it's the same power difference. Does not defend. Does Derek have a Superior Claim here? Maybe he could have cracked the Iron Gate? Does not look like he has it. Maybe you're supposed to crack your Iron Gate there to find one. Ties Dom now because he didn't defend. So Derek has evened up the power game 5-5. We're going into plot 3. Let's see what we're gonna see here. Maybe we'll flip air on this turn. And we do see air to Iron Throne. Oh, but then we see Barring get flipped into air. So really good call by Constantinus. Yeah, no problem. So a really good call out here with the Barring against air. So maybe like Derek was supposed to flip Barring here. Like you're supposed to next level each other. All right, so see a reducer get used here. What big are we gonna see here? Like Asha is the one you don't want to see. Okay, Euron is obviously still big, but there's not much to steal. Derek doesn't have any key locations like Winterfell or anything to really worry about. Oh, he does actually. He has 2 copies of Winterfell. Could possibly be bad. But realistically, what you want to make sure to not happen. Oh, Seastone Chair is big. Yeah, so Seastone Chair gives him basically targeted kill. But it's only claimed for an unopposed military challenge. So without the unopposed tech, Derek will be able to still defend. So we see a dupe on Euron. We see passing the Black Gate. We see Wyman. Okay, this is big. Wyman, Bran, another Northern Armory. That was good for Derek right there. Wyman is going to be so important here. Be able to clean up this board and be able to prune his board and draw cards. It's really what Derek needs. So again, the Greek player is going first. This time by choice. So we see defense from Arya against the Soul Vic attack. So this will stop the Seastone Chair from triggering, and also I think prevents Intimidate from hitting Cat, which is what's important. You basically want to prevent Cat from being null here. Perfect. And so we'll probably see the bear. We can see Rickon bite the Dust Chair. Oh, sure. He just uses one of his 3 dupes on Sansa. That's smart. I forgot that she was just triple duped. And then Neil's Alisane this way. Okay, so you still have a military icon with your Bear Allen Scout. So this means you can still get your crossing challenges off. There's Euron trigger, pillages last Hearth Scouts, but blocked by a cat, so we're not going to get any triggers. Either Reigns or... Oh, it actually gets rid of Winterfell too, so that cat is so huge. No, the ability for Euron to not steal a Winterfell there is so big. Discards Winterfell from claim, and then pillages last Hearth Scouts, and cat stops the Euron trigger though. And then we'll see Theon come in for power, which will probably be defended by Bran, so it's not unopposed. Yep, and that's what we see. I guess you could defend with Sansa also. I don't know why you would though. I would just defend with Bran here. I guess you could defend with Bran and Sansa. Because then Wyman can do both your intrigue. Yeah, I agree, Cole. I forgot that you could do both. Yeah, so you defend those two. Wyman, yeah, exactly, and that's what we see. And then Wyman can do your intrigue and your power. And so here comes Intrigue with Wyman. Discards King's Moot. I don't even know what this card does. Let's read it. After you win Dom, choose a unique Greyjoy character you control. That character gains 1 power for each unique Greyjoy character you control. Okay, so say he played it here, he would gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, it's a pretty powerful finisher. Definitely a powerful finisher. We see interestingly we see Northern Armory here. I guess maybe this wins you Dom. Like I don't think you need to use your Northern Armory here, right? Like you can just stand Wyman. And then uncrossing your Barrel Island Scout is 3, so he's big enough to beat both Higgins' daughter and the Reaver. But anyways, we see Alisane come through. Probably. Yeah, that's for Steven. I just feel like the Rickon I guess Brand is a little bit less expendable. So like the Rickon and the Barrel and Scout are maybe expendable. Oh, sure. Yeah. Vac making a good point here that with superior claim he wants to win by 5. I presume next pot could be reset, so maybe you flip return if you're Derek. And maybe instead of sacking a guy to Wyman, you sack it to return instead because it gets you a gold. Yeah, okay. Does he have 2 heirs? Derek's only playing 1 heir. So Derek's remaining plots are at the gates, barring return and winner die. So we see a duplicate of Vic get claimed, actually. Interesting. I'm really surprised he just doesn't claim the Orkmont Reaver there. Because if you wanted to do like an offensive Valor, you very much could, right? Like Euron would be saved. Vic has double save, and then you put Hagen's daughter into. Sure, but like it costs you the power on him. Whereas if you're gonna flip your reset, you don't need to give up the power, and someone else is gonna die anyway, right? So here comes the crossing challenge, and we see Hagen's daughter defend. Gonna win power and crossing, so we're gonna go up to 9, and then we're gonna win Dom with Recon standing. Oh, and the Barrel and Scout. Yeah, okay, sorry. So we're gonna go up to 9 from Dom. Yeah, I think I would have drawn with my gate. I think I would have drawn my gate before I did my power challenge. So like if you return if you sack your gate before your power challenge and you draw superior acclaim, you'd get a free ability to play it, right? And there it is. Yep. So we see return into Valor. Excellent. Really good read by Derek. So okay. So this is where I think the Greek player should have claimed the Orcmont Reaver. Like, if you claim the Orcmont Reaver instead of getting rid of the dupe on Vic, you then still have the 2 power on Vic, right? Like, it doesn't matter, especially if you're gonna flip Valor. Like, then your board is 2 power Vic, duped Euron, and Hagen's Daughter in Shadows. Like, that's so much better than no power on Vic and the same board, right? Because the Orcmont Reaver is dead anyway. Yeah, that's interesting that he returned Bran. And we're gonna see a Risen here, actually. I think that's a big punt from not punt, but like that's definitely a huge misplay by Derek there. He absolutely should have returned Rickon instead of Bran. We'll see. We'll see. So like that is a huge deal. Yeah. I know for a fact Derek knows that interaction. Like you don't you don't win as many games with Stark as you do and not know that interaction. I just think I think maybe he just like clicked 3 characters, like 3 unique characters that he wanted to save, and maybe he has like another brand in his hand, so he didn't want it to get stranded. But I think that's worth it to potentially cancel Arisen. I mean, it's still really good for Derek, because you get to flip a return into your opponent's reset. But 3 bigs on board now for Greyjoy is really tough. Derek needs to have seen like another Wyman or some other things. This is potentially another reason that I liked pruning my board just a little bit with the Wyman to get some more cards. Same with the gate, right? Like we're talking about if he needed the gold, he drew cards, but like you know he would have had 10 gold instead of 11, and he'd have 7 cards though. Like we'll see. I don't think the game is over by any means, but it's definitely not a great spot for Derek to be in. Okay, so we have Rob. We have Rob and we have Septim Ordain. Okay, Septim Ordain gives Arya an icon and gives Sansa 2 power and renown. Okay. Definitely a huge setup here for Derek. Sansa does lose inside. Sansa gains renown though, so I guess maybe that's the trade-off. Because you can sack your old gate here if you want to draw 2. Oh, we see the Iron Throne. 1x copy. Probably should name I Am No One if I was to name a card here. I wonder if that's what we're gonna see. Yeah, that's fair, Steven. Names off to Goldtown. Okay, that's the other one, I guess. Both are the events that we'll see in challenges. All right, Derek, show him the punish by playing I Am No One, the second copy. That'd be pretty sick. Okay, so we sack the old gate now to potentially draw 1. So your first challenge can be military with Alisane, just because she doesn't kneel, and then you force Vic to kneel, or you force Euron to kneel. The problem with with Euron is that Euron can take gold from you, or take a econ, or you can take Winterfell. You know, we take Westeros, maybe restricted, but core Euron's still stealing locations. Captain Slow says they did balance restricting box Euron, so they gave Greyjoy back Dorne and Winterfell. That's pretty funny. Oh, that's true. Hagen's daughter can come out of Jarvis Joe points out that Hagen's daughter is in shadows right now. So yep, and that's what we see. We see Hagen's daughter come out. So yeah, Hagen's daughter defends this for sure. We can then see Intrigue stealthing Euron with Arya and Septa Mordane for 5, which beats out Alicent. Or not Alicent, Alanis. What reigns? What are the reigns triggers here? That's the real question. Anything like there's no red wedding, so Rob is safe. Greece. Here it is. So we could see Power Behind the Throne. Oh, we can see Wildfire Assault. There's oh sure yeah, Reigns into a plot with more than 0 claim is also very good. Um, so obviously that's one possibility, but like the actual effects. So the plots that he'll flip are Power Behind the Throne, Varys' Riddle, or Wildfire Assault. I think Wildfire Assault could be really damaging here. Although it'll stand Derek's board, so you have to be careful on timing. Oh, okay. So, all right. So how does this work, Vec? If Derek chooses to kill Septim Ordain, um, and Arya, does Arya live? Because it's simultaneous. Okay, Arya's still fine. Okay. Septa can die and still save Arya. Okay, cool. I didn't know the timings on in Game of Thrones. So you see the power challenge come up for one. Interesting. You would think he would want to win the power challenge. Huh. Does he not think he can win the power challenge? I just don't think the range. I don't think the range trigger is even that bad though. Like this is definitely not a spot that I would be fearing a range trigger. I could be wrong. So even though both players messed up, this Vic not having 2 power right now is a lot less threatening for a potential win. You can just block with Vic here, right? Like you never block with Alanis, right? You just block with Vic, or you block with Fishmonger, right? So if you block with Fishmonger and just give Derek the claim, then you can do your range trigger and have Vic do an attack. Like you flip Wildfire Assault if you want, and then you just kill your Fishmonger, and then you put Higgins' daughter back in the shadows. Because this isn't actually saving it, right? Oh no, it says save her. It actually says the word save her. Okay. Yeah, I agree, Colt. This is where having your armory as backup would be huge, instead of that Wyman. All right, Derek finishes his challenges. I think Derek's just gonna go for winner die next turn, and go for a kill between the Renowns on Sansa and. Yeah, this game has been pretty slow. It's really hard to tell who's being slow. I think both players are just being slow. But we're on plot 4, and I mean there's only 27 minutes left in the game, Steven, so we're on plot 4 and it's been 65 minutes basically and for 4 plots. So definitely. All right, so here comes the intrigue challenge and here comes the kneel out. Oh, that's fair, Steven. Discards Bran via pillage. We're gonna see him probably grab Winterfell. Yep, and there's Winterfell, the best Greyjoy location. And we should see Constantinos pass his challenges now and give up Dom. Yep, and that's what we see. And we should see win or die by both players, I imagine. Yeah, I think we're seeing win or die from both players here. Derek could flip at the gates or barring instead if he wanted. Constantinos has King Plot, which he's not going to flip, and weapons at the door. And at the gates. Both players still have at the gates. That's funny. Oh, right. It's a scheme. Oh, he doesn't have winner die. He has. Okay, so his plots remaining are at the gates, king plot, and weapons at the door. Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry, guys. That will tell you. That tells you how much I know about Game of Thrones. Where I'm saying that the Reigns players should play king or win or die. So we see win or die into at the gates. Yeah. Apologize to everyone listening and my viewers for being ignorant and not understanding how the game works. Well, I know how to play my deck, Vac. I should be ashamed. Yeah, I've told everyone when I play Game of Thrones, I only know how my deck works. I usually don't know how my opponent's deck works. All my experience is learned by losing on the Iron Throne online. I learned by losing online a lot, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this can happen to me, and then I'm like, oh, okay, well, I just gotta remember that. So Derek's looking for the close here with Winter Die and Crossing. Another copy of Wyman here would be great. So we see Dupe Rob Wyman or Daisy or Fast Eddie. Eddie would be really good. Dupe on Septim Ordain. Oh, use yeah. Yep, names Wyman with the Iron Throne. Perfect. Oh, Fast Eddie. Oh, can we get some country flags? That'd be pretty cool, actually. Sir Duck is the U.S. player. But yeah, that's actually a good idea. I can overlay some flags. I will look into that. I'll look into that for the next stream. Thanks for the idea, PDX. So we see King Balon come out. So Derek just has to figure out how to navigate this these challenges. Yeah, exactly. Just a small flag overlay. That's a really good idea, actually. So if Derek Derek has to send Septa and Arya on Intrigue. Actually, Derek can do military first, and then he can do Intrigue. He has to send 2 characters. Oh, he's got a third Northern Army, actually. That's huge. Yeah, so if you just stealth, well, so if you do Intrigue first and you stealth, you're on Intrigue, you're at 1 strength, and then Alanis plus Balon will trigger Reigns. Oh, off to Gulltown. Are we gonna get an Eddie trigger here? Are we just gonna off to Gulltown Eddie here? Oh, gives a military icon to Sansa. Okay. Oh, Sansa has Wolf King. It's Wolf King. So she's not gonna kneel now. Yeah, Sansa's had a Wolf King for since the beginning of the game. A duped Wolf King at that. All right, so how do you navigate this turn now? So we see military first. Okay, Stealth Hagen's daughter. This is good. This is just 2 characters that don't kneel. I like this actually a lot. Yeah. Sending 2 characters into the crossing challenge, or not the first challenge, so you're -1, and stealth the small character so that a big has to defend. I like this. And if Constantinus doesn't defend, it's actually a really big deal because Sansa has renown and it's double claim right now. I believe the second Eddard is gonna win the game for Derek here. Barring something crazy happening. Yeah, late summer feast. And we see no blocks. Interesting. Oh, we see a second Risen. And then Hagen's daughter goes into shadows. So the boards are the same. Derek gets unopposed and renown on Sansa. You basically just need to not get ranged here. Oh, and we see I am no one. Oh, he just had it all. Why didn't he I am no one sooner? Like why didn't he I am no one on the first challenge? Oh, it drops the Wolf King. But that doesn't matter, right? Your character still doesn't kneel? It's hidden info, that's fair. I agree hiding info is fine. But dropping the Wolf King doesn't actually matter, right? Because you don't kneel to attack? I will say Derek has definitely played a lot slower than his opponent. Both players have played slow. I think Derek has definitely tanked a lot more than his opponent. And if I was playing against him, I would definitely have been prompting him to make some plays. This is why I want chess clocks, because then it's just very easy to see. Hopefully Sandy comes through for next week. Oh, okay, yeah. There you go. See, Vac gave me the real answer. Alisane loses the does not kneel. I did not even realize that. So you get double stealth here, stealth Euron and Alisane or Alanis. Yeah, that's fair, Vac. He could have done it. So he missed a draw, I guess. But you're on win or die, so it's not that big of a deal. So we're gonna get this challenge through. We're gonna use Northern Armory to stand Arya. We're gonna do our power challenge, and we're gonna win. They get 90 minutes, Sugar Daddy. So it's really important that Derek picked up all this power because Winterfell could have technically stopped the Eddard trigger, but I guess it's not going to matter. Yet Northern Armory, and then we're going to see a huge power challenge come through, and we're going to stealth out 2 characters, and that'll be it. And we see a power challenge of, what, 15 plus 8 is 23, 27? It's a pretty big number. Not sure what we're rating on. Should be a pretty easy concession. We're waiting on a Winterfell trigger. I don't know. I that's true, Beck. Does not defend, and Derek wins. So I'm gonna go grab some food. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll see you back with more casts. So USA is up 3-0 now.